Now the next one I wanted to take a look at was the LA Gladiators' defense on Paris. LA Gladiators have made Paris their own. If we just go real quick, we just skip forward 20 seconds. So you'll get a look at the defense that they set up. So you have Hydration, normally a DPS player who sits on Orisa, Surefour on Bastion, Shaz is playing Ana, Big Goose on the Baptiste, Decay on Sombra, and Raw on Winston. So the way this works is Hydration is going to set up a shield, which Surefour is going to sit behind and shoot. The amazing damage that a Bastion can give out. You have a lot of healing coming from Shaz and Big Goose. On top of that, Big Goose has his immortality field, which means that anyone in that radius cannot be reduced below 20% of their health. Meanwhile, you'll have Decay, who'll be going into the backline looking for hacks and pickoffs. Top of that, EMP, as we saw Evolution before, great ultimate. And Raw is going to be looking for disruption in the front line, as well as getting a very fast Primal Rage. So that is how the defense is set up, as you can see. Behind the shield, there we go. And meanwhile, Decay, just like SPV was in the last map, is up at the front, looking to pick off. This time Twilight comes out on a Ana. Slime goes back in to become a Baptiste. And the main difference on how this would normally be run is that Haxal is now running a Symmetra. This is so that they can try and teleport in. As we go, there's going to be a little bit of to and fro. Haxal takes forever to set up his teleporter. Surefour knows that something's coming because they're not walking through the choke. So you're going to have the Los Angeles Gladiators are going to now move a bit because they know that something is happening. This isn't normal for them. Decay has come back after getting 34% on his ult. Surefour is set up. And there is a lovely sleep dart there by Twilight onto Hydration. Issue is that the whole follow-up to that is predicated around the teleporter. But the teleporter is destroyed before it even exists by Surefour. That gives Surefour time to back off. Now, as we look at it, if I just go from above, you have Decay on one side, Raw's jump back behind the shield, and now the shield is set up again for Surefour. So we push forward, Raw's jumped in, and there's a hack on Janu from Decay on the side. Obviously they're just going to pop the, Slime's going to pop his immortality field to allow them to get through, and but Decay takes it down. But by that time they're already through the choke. However, Hydration somehow gets a shot in onto Slime and takes him out. That is again big, like Bedosin picks in the last one. They can't stay here. Someone down. The only difference is that because Gladiators are playing their bunker comp, they have no way to go aggressive into this little area. This whole comp is predicated on the fact that they will be coming, that Titans will be attacking them. So while they are down Slime, and they can't push further forward, there's no real way for the LA Gladiators to punish this and push in. So instead what they do is they just farm up the ults, and while that's going on, Decay is going to go looking for Slime. Slime this time comes back on the Lucia and gets hacked. And Raw then pushes forward with Decay to try and take out Slime. Slime gets back towards the health pack. But in that moment, I go back. Seconds. the rest of the Titans use that opportunity to rotate around to the side. They know that they've got a window where the Sombra isn't going to be with them, so they're going to use that point to rotate around to the side. Just as Slime picks up the health pack, you have Somitsu stepping onto the point. The only issue is that if we look at ult charge, 94, 93. Yes, you have a nano boost, but a nano boost versus an EMP and a primal rage is not going to work, especially when I turn the camera around and anyone that Raw knocks off the edge is going to be dead. So Raw is the only one to jump in, and Decay finally gets up his EMP. He's going to throw in his translocator, as we can see. Translocates EMP instantly. That instantly gets the hack on Somitsu, Bumper, and Janu. Strips Bumper of his ally bubble. Renders 3 of them useless. Meanwhile, Shawfall is set up around this end to get a firing alley down here if he needs it. Twilight pops his ultimate onto Somitsu because he is getting pressured out by Decay. The only issue is that Decay has such little health that he can't push forward. So Decay is in trouble. Somitsu's going to come around the corner and kill him. While this is going on, Shawfall is still getting a lot of damage in, and Raw pops his Primal Rage. If we speed it up a bit, it gets back to normal speed. You can see instantly Titans come into action. Bumper saves himself from being knocked off the edge with a charge. And this is now looking really good for them. They've got through the EMP, they've got through Primal Rage. And now Bumper has his Earth Shatter. However, in this moment, this is the moment where Shawfall, on his Bastion, is set up in a position to take out Slime, who's getting charged down by Raw. And as on top of that, Shaz uses Nano Boost onto Shawfall, but then gets taken out. The Nano Boost helps Shawfall survive for a while, but not survive long enough. Raw does take out Haxel, but then gets slept and charged, and that's going to end the fight. Now this is one of the quickest. This is the quickest time that Gladiators lost first point. But as we move on to second, we always talk about when you go from one point of capture point to the other is the quick double take. The issue with the double take is that you need ultimates. Somitsu does have Grav, and Huxol will have his barrier. Janu will have his bomb. But Shawfall has tank mode, Hydration has Bongo, Supercharger, and Big Goose has his Amplification Matrix. These two in particular, 100% extra damage. You just doubled your damage. At least. So that means that Haxol's shield, 5000 HP, is not going to last as long as you normally expect it to. And on top of that, Shawfall has his tank mode to beat boop, as he likes to call it, and take out anything left. Now, Titans are going to approach on the right side, because it gives them best high ground overlooking point. The issue is that Gladiators aren't contesting point, because they don't need to. They're going to set up on this high ground with the Bastion, and know that they're going to deal more damage than anyone else. Bumper gets slept, but instantly waken up, so it makes no difference. The interesting part is that Somitsu is around this side. And as far as I can tell, has not been seen. These 5 try and push around to the back, but Johnny gets hacked, and Raw is there to deal a lot of damage. Pops his Primal. That was a very fast Primal charge. Hold on. So he's at half charge now. I didn't realise how quickly he got his ult. Damage coming through. Somitsu goes off on his own. Sleep, woken up. 51%, 52. Okay, in a second he's gone up to 60. 75. 95. Jump, gets it, instantly pops it. he punches Haxel mid-air, which earns him the ultimate. He is now 1000 HP. Hydration comes around the corner. Oh no, Hydration drops to the point, it takes out Twilight. And now the rest of them are gone. So Mintzu gets slept as well as he tries to come in. So there we go, that's how they defend for the first time. They don't get any particularly stagger kills, but as I said, they don't really have a way to chase down. Decay is really the only one that can chase down Roar if he's got his cooldowns. But anyway, now we go back in. Again, if we look at ultimates, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then these are both within 20%. 1, 2, 3, and within 20% for the EMP. This gives a pretty substantial ult advantage to the Titans. However, while Haxel's ult in theory is defensive, if we quickly go and look at Haxel's POV, watch the shield health in the bottom left hand corner. If I just take a look at this. Not that button, that button. And 5000 HP shield is now gone. That is down to, as I said before, this ult combination. These two here. Same amounts of damage, with Bastion already pumping out that much damage. It's already gone. No more shield. Top of that, Janu's very low. Slime gets taken off by Shorefall because he's got all the damage coming through. The bomb goes up into the air, but the very important fact is that Big Goose is still alive and pops his immortality field. You can see the effects of on Shorefall there. That health cannot be reduced below 20%. It gets killed, but it's done its purpose. It's kept Shorefall alive. Bumper comes around the corner. Nano Booster drops an Earth Shatter. And this stuns up Shorefall in tank mode. Shorefall gets taken out. But this is just traded back the kill that was on Slime. As you can see, Slime's all the way over here. Where is he? I saw him a second ago. There he is. He's still in spawn. He's literally just respawned. Hadn't gone far enough. Also, there's a lovely Symmetra turret. As we so yes, Shorefall's been trading out for Slime, and that is the big one. 4-man EMP. Meanwhile, Hydration gets the nano boost. Stay still. They yet again trade 1 for 1, but in a 2 CP situation. You can't lose 2. You can maybe get away with losing 1, but in losing 2, now 3, you've lost the fight, it's over. Janu now doesn't want to get staggered too bad, so he stays in to fight. Decay is using that to charge up another nano boost because they don't think that Haxel's going to stay in there. Right, Haxel switches off. They're going to go back to a classic Goats comp. We speed forward a little bit back to the setup. Here we go. They now come in. They're going to do the same as before, except this time they don't leave Mintzu on his own. He comes with them. They rotate around this side, try to push up the back. But as you can see, the Gladiators already know that's coming. Rotate round off point over to this corner. Keep the distance between them as big as possible. And that is a beautiful hack by Decay onto Bumper. Great target. This forces out Sound Barrier from Slime, which brings out the Supercharger from Hydration, and on top of that, yet again, we have the Amplification Matrix. Yet again, insane amounts of damage. Mortality Field is up in that corner as well. So even though you have Roar being slept wherever there he is, what's on top of him, already 2 gone. Shorefall down, but still too many have been taken out. Twilight is also in a terrible position and is just going to give up his life there. There's not much he could do. So yeah, again, another great push perfectly countering their ults. Bumper now swaps off to the Winston as Decay gets a late stagger kill onto Johnny. Now, with Bumper now on the Winston, you no longer have the big meaty Rhine shield to hide behind, but you have extra mobility, which the Titans think is what they need. As we take a look here, you've got the Winston and the D.Va on one side, the Xayah and the 3 supports on the other, but Decay is lurking behind them all, the supports. The Winston and D.Va are spotted out, and Raw goes over to just show himself contest the point, to contest the space. In that moment, you have Bumper diving in, Johnny's going to back him up, and he gets nano boosted. He gets a personal bubble, but Raw uses that moment to go in on defense. The supports of the Titans, and Shawford pops his tank ult. Top of that, 5-man EMP gets everyone but Johnny. Only reason Johnny doesn't get caught is because he's out of range. Shawfall gets nano boosted tank mode, immortality field, and Raw is taking over the backline, pinning Twilight to a wall, taking him out, and moving on to Slime. And as we continue, it's just clean up from this moment. They take them out. Now this is a big moment because we have the swap here of Hydration onto the Junkrat, and Raw takes over on Orisa duty. This means they're pumping up much more damage, but they only have one tank on the field at the moment. And on top of that, this is the first time that the Titans have an ult advantage against the Gladiators on this second point defense. As we speed on through, you know, so they take up the same positions as they did before. Decay is now spotting them out on this side. Shaz is moving over to put some damage in. Goes for the hack on Johnny, but Johnny turns around and shoots him before he can do it off, and the jump comes in. Hydration is now swapped over to the Mei, which is a great, it's a very useful one against a tank comp like this. Yes, Shawfall gets slept because the shield gets taken out. But yeah, again, we have amplification matrix, and the immortality field is up. The D.Va bomb comes in, doesn't even take out the immortality field because it doesn't get the line of sight on it. And now Hydration is in on Mei mode, stalling out for a bit, having to run away. They give up one tick, and a lovely grab there by Suimitsu, and a great anti-nade by Twilight. The EMP comes off, but the ultimates came through from Titans, and they take it with a minute left. Up against one of, if not the best teams, holding on for 7 minutes is pretty good defense. I might take another look at them. The offense from Gladiators, probably the Gladiators offense against Fuel, because that was a very interesting combination, but I'll do that another time as my voice is starting to go. I hope you all enjoyed and got some insight out of this. I will, if you follow the Twitter down below, it'll keep you updated on any time I go live again. Thank you everyone who tuned in. See you another time.